you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Maddison Hill, and yes, it's time for another Pop Off with Maddison. For today's Pop Off, you guys, we're going to be talking about Taylor Swift because there is a lot of tea and a lot of updates that we need to discuss. So first up, you guys, we're going to be talking about Miss Selena Gomez, aka one of Taylor's besties, because she recently commented on a photo of Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl, and that comment is getting a lot of attention. People are thinking something is up with Taylor and Selena, which you already know I have a lot of thoughts on. Plus, on top of that, we also have to talk about Kanye West. Yes, I know, Taylor and Kanye, but Kanye West is actually clearing the air on this allegation that Taylor Swift had him kicked out of the Super Bowl. He also made several other comments about Taylor Swift and the Swifties that I cannot wait to get into with you guys. And then, because it's me, you know I obviously have some Tayvis updates for you guys. You know I could not go through a Taylor Swift video and not give you a little fresh tea on Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, so we're also going to talk a little bit about that. Basically, you guys get it. This is going to be a very Taylor Swift tea-filled video, aka our favorite kind of video. But first, you guys, before we get into the Taylor Swift tea, I obviously want to address what happened in Kansas City during the rally at the end of the Super Bowl parade. As y'all know, I promised you a vlog of that parade and the celebration because I attended the parade, but unfortunately, that vlog did not end up getting finished because everything changed in an absolute minute. For those of you who don't know, there was an incident, or possibly several incidents, they're still putting the details together, that took place at the end of the Chiefs Super Bowl celebration. One person so far has lost their life. Several people were injured, including children. It was absolutely terrible. I mean, I really just cannot express how freaking heartbroken I am over everything that happened. Thankfully, my friends and I were nowhere near where the incident took place. We were several blocks away, so we didn't hear anything, we didn't see anything. The only thing we really witnessed was first responders making their way to the scene and then obviously seeing the updates come across on television. Honestly, we were all just so freaking sad, obviously for the fact that people were injured and somebody lost their life, but we were also sad for the city as well because we had such a positive, fun day. I can't express to you guys enough how the vibes were around the city. I mean, everyone was in a good mood, everyone was coming together, the players were walking the parade route, they were in the crowd, they were picking kids up on their shoulders. That just shows you the level of safe that people felt prior to this incident that happened at the end of the celebration. It is just a scary and sad reminder that life can truly change in an instant, and I'm not loving that I got that reminder again so soon after my family just went through something earlier this month. I don't know, you guys. Obviously, changes need to be made. Clearly, something needs to be done. It was just a very sad ending to what should have been a really good day for Kansas City. Again, cannot send out my condolences, my prayers, my thoughts to everyone affected more. It was just a sad ending to a day that should not have ended like that. So I did want to update you guys as to why there would not be a Chiefs Super Bowl vlog and also address what happened because I was there. And also thank you guys for your messages, for checking on me, for checking on my family, for checking on my friends. Again, thankfully, we are all okay, but we are still sending all of our love to everybody who was affected in the city. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and stop myself there because I do always want this channel to be an escape from things that we're dealing with in real life. That is why we have the House of Hill. We have this as a safe space on the internet for myself and for you. So straight to the tea, people, let's go ahead and get into it because I know you're like, Maddison, you teased that there might be Selena and Taylor issues and Kanye's talking about Taylor and Tayvis updates. So go ahead and put this time code down there in the comments to help out your fellow straight to the tea people. And now let's get to unwrapping these Taylor Swift, Selena Gomez, Kanye West, and Travis Kelce facts. All right, so first up, let's tackle this Kanye West situation, you guys. So on Tuesday, news broke that a former NFL player by the name of Brandon Marshall, he was on a podcast called the Paper Route Podcast, and he is the one who shared this crazy allegation that Taylor Swift got Kanye West kicked out of the Super Bowl. So Brandon Marshall explained that Kanye West personally purchased a seat for him and his wife at the Super Bowl strategically in front of Taylor Swift's suite. Marshall claimed that Kanye West did this because he knew the NFL would not show him on television, but he knew that the NFL would show Taylor on television. So he claims that Kanye West purposely bought these seats in front of Taylor's suite, purposely wore a mask that would promote his new music, so that way whenever Taylor was shown on TV, he would be shown and it would be a way for him him to use Taylor to promote his new music. Now, as I mentioned, Marshall claimed that Kanye West never got the chance to show the world this very smart business move because he claims that Taylor Swift got word that Kanye West purchased 2 seats in front of her suite, she made a couple calls, and that she got Kanye West kicked out of the Super Bowl because of their previous beef at the Grammys, which we all know it wasn't at the Grammys, it was actually at the VMAs, but that's a detail that Brandon Marshall apparently got confused on. Now, if you watched my mini pop-off on this, I said right from the beginning, I did not believe Brandon Marshall's story for one freaking second, and I'm happy that I didn't because now Kanye West has taken to his own Instagram and he is setting the record straight on this claim that Taylor Swift allegedly got him kicked out of the Super Bowl. So over on his Instagram, Kanye West posted this photo. It is a picture of a tweet that was asking Swifties to go ahead and stream Beyonce's new song, Texas Hold'em, in order to keep Kanye's new music out of the Billboard Hot 100. He captioned this photo claiming that he wasn't even trying to reference Taylor Swift at all in his new music. He even went on to claim that his new album is actually, quote, super positive and triumphant. Kanye went on to say that last year was incredibly challenging for him, his wife, and his children, and how he was kicked out of hotels, companies, and restaurants. He went on to say that everyone trying to get Vulture's One taken off the charts reminds him of the mistreatment of his people because of the color of his skin. Kanye then continued on to address Taylor and the Swifties, saying he was on Taylor's side when Scooter bought her masters. He called Taylor and Beyonce big inspirations to other musicians, which I believe is true. But then here's where Kanye takes a turn, you guys. He goes on to say that he has done more to help Taylor's career than hurt it. And then he addressed all of the Swifties saying, he's not your enemy, but he's not your friend either, LOL. He also clarified that he did not get kicked out of the Super Bowl, that him and Bianca left their seats to go to YG's suite, and apparently he says Bianca's never been to a Super Bowl, so he wanted her to get up and walk around and kind of get to experience everything. And he said that they actually had a really fun day. So where Brandon Marshall got that story from about Kanye and Taylor, who the hell really knows? And although I obviously have a ton of thoughts about that and Kanye West's response to Taylor and the Swifties, I'm first gonna fill you guys in on the Selena Gomez situation. So as I briefly mentioned at the beginning of this video, a Taylor Swift fan account posted a photo of Taylor Swift and her friends from the Super Bowl in Travis's suite, and they captioned the photo saying Taylor Swift and her friends at the Super Bowl. Now, Selena commented on this photo with a teary-eyed emoji and a heart emoji, and this, of course, immediately caused people to question if something is going on with Selena and Taylor. You know, people love nothing more than to create drama between Selena Gomez and her friends. We've seen it time and time again. And although I really want to pop off on my thoughts on Selena's comment, I'm going to hold off because I have to give you that Tayvis update that I promised. So Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are still going strong, everybody. Not that we ever had any doubts, but according to a new report from People magazine, the two are making plans to travel together this summer. They're apparently excited to travel together in Europe when Taylor takes her Eras tour there. This People magazine insider went on to share that Taylor attended 13 of Travis's games, which we love. I know that was a coincidence, but it was a great coincidence. And often on her day off from touring, obviously because we know Sundays were her day off, she was attending these games on Sundays. So this source is saying now that Travis is having some time off, he's excited to return the favor and go support Taylor. This source specifically said, quote, football is everything to him. He lives and breathes it, but he's ready for some downtime and to show up for Taylor the way she has for him. The attention on them is definitely a lot, but Travis has done a great job deflecting and focusing on what's important. Okay, you guys, you know I obviously love Taylor and Travis. I have thoughts about that. I also have thoughts about the Selena comment, and I definitely have thoughts about Kanye West's comments about Taylor Swift. So in honor of Taylor, we're gonna pop off with her favorite beverage, a little white wine. So cheers to the House of Hill, you guys. Let's go ahead and make this pop off official. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about the Kanye West of it all because you guys, I knew there was no truth to that Brandon Marshall story that Taylor Swift got Kanye West kicked out of the Super Bowl. A, Taylor Swift didn't buy the suite at the Super Bowl. Travis Kelce did. He bought it for his family and friends. B, Brandon Marshall initially said that Kanye West bought tickets in front of Katy Perry's suite until the hosts of the podcast corrected him. So that was a little fishy to me. C, as I mentioned earlier, he said that Taylor Swift got Kanye West kicked out of the Super Bowl because of their previous beef at the Grammys. Grammys. It didn't happen at the Grammys, it happened at the VMAs. And D, we know that if Taylor Swift actually got Kanye West kicked out of the Super Bowl, that man would have taken to his Instagram immediately and went off about it. So the details of Brandon Marshall's story were not adding up for me from the beginning. And I will say I'm happy that Kanye West did take to his Instagram to confirm that never happened. That was one part of Kanye's caption that I actually did agree with. And again, I have no idea where Brandon Marshall got that story. I don't know if he got confused. I don't know if he was trying to get attention. I don't know what he was doing, but I'm happy that Kanye set the record straight. However, that little line in Kanye West's Instagram caption where he says he's helped Taylor's career more than hurt it, I don't really know if that's the truth there, Kanye. I once again do not like that Kanye West is trying to take even a smidgen of credit for Taylor Swift's success, especially when him and Kim try to destroy her career and her reputation. I'm sorry, Kanye, but you do not get to hear time and time again how badly your actions affected Taylor Swift and how negatively they hurt her, and then still sit there on Instagram and say, well, you know, any press is good press. That's not how it works, at least in my own personal opinion. However, I will give it to him. I do at least appreciate the fact that Kanye West said, hey, Swifties, I'm not your enemy, but I'm not your friend either, which I don't think that clarification needed to be said, but I am at least happy that Kanye is aware enough to say, hey, Swifties, you don't have to make me enemy number one, but we're not going to be hanging out and getting lunch anytime soon. But you never know, maybe people will evolve. I don't see it changing anytime soon, but never say never. And speaking of enemies of the Swifties and Taylor Swift, can we talk about Selena Gomez, you guys? Because Selena is absolutely also not an enemy of Taylor Swift or the Swifties. Now, I'll admit to you guys, when I saw Selena Gomez comment that on that Taylor Swift photo, I thought, oh God, Selena, why did you do that? You know exactly how this comment's going to be taken. People are going to see that, create a narrative, and run with it, and that's exactly what's happened. And despite people wanting to run with this narrative that maybe something is going on in Selena and Taylor's friendship because God forbid two powerful female artists actually be friends, I do not think that Selena meant anything negative by that comment. And if anything, I feel like that comment was saying, FOMO, not, I'm mad at Taylor for not inviting me, or something's going on between me and Taylor, or me and Taylor aren't friends anymore. That comment was literally giving FOMO, and I say that because I've commented that on my friends' photos when I haven't been able to be at some events. Everyone needs to remember that Selena and Taylor have been friends for over a decade, you guys. Something like Taylor Swift not having Selena Gomez at the Super Bowl is not going to tear these two women apart. At least in my opinion, I don't think something this minuscule would end their friendship. If you guys want my honest opinion, I think both of these ladies are in a love bubble right now. Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco. I don't know if you saw on social media, but he went the extra mile for her on Valentine's Day. He ordered her favorite pickles from Texas. She made it clear she loves him on her Instagram story. Like, she is in a love bubble with Benny Blanco, and honestly, I'm loving to see it. Just like Taylor Swift is in a love bubble with Travis Kelce. And you know what, you guys? I am so happy that we got this Taylor and Travis update about Travis now wanting to return the favor and support Taylor during the summer when he's off, because I saw so many comments after the Super Bowl parade about how Taylor Swift was going to see Travis Kelce's behavior and get the ick and break up with him. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Travis Kelce was very clearly, let's just say, overserved at the end of the Super Bowl celebration. He got up on the microphone, he sang a very intoxicated and funny version of Friends in Low Places that kind of poked fun at the 49ers. He was slurring a little bit, he was feeling himself, and I saw so many comments of people being like, ew, Taylor Swift is gonna break up with him, or people were saying he was late to the parade. I think him and Taylor got into a fight and then that's why he got so drunk. You guys, let me just kind of give you a little context of the situation. Almost every single one of the Kansas City Chiefs players before the incident were feeling themselves. They were having a good time. We had a player walking around with his shoes off, a bottle of Hennessy, and having the time of his life. It is not uncommon for these players to be drinking heavily on the parade route. They are celebrating. They just worked their butts off. People are throwing them beers. People are throwing them shots. It is a joyous, celebratory time. And this is not the first time that Travis has gotten on a mic and has been, you know, slurring his words a little bit, living it up, celebrating all of his hard work. Taylor knew that before yesterday. Taylor has partied with Travis and his brother Jason Kelce. I'm telling you, she is not gonna see his actions on stage and be like, oh my God, we have to break up. Even more videos are coming out from them in Vegas. She's talked about how him jumping on stage and singing to her is one of the most romantic things she's ever experienced. They are totally 1000% fine. Also, to clarify, I'm not saying that Travis's moment on stage is his most shining, upstanding moment by any means. Don't get it twisted. I'm just trying to give a little context to the situation for people who have never experienced that, to say, hey, that's not abnormal. Taylor knows he's like that. And again, I don't believe that is going to be something that makes her want to break up with him. Again, just my own personal opinion. But you know, when anything does happen with Taylor or Taylor and Travis or Selena and Kanye, you know I'll be sitting right here to fill you in on it. But in the meantime, you guys, I want to hear all of your thoughts on this Taylor Swift tea that we discussed. Let them all out down below. While you guys are at it, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget that notification bell. For more content, make sure you guys follow me over on Instagram and TikTok. And of course, don't forget to keep coming back here to check out my YouTube shorts. You guys, make sure you tune in on Monday for our live happy hour hang at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time. You guys can also check out all of my merch over at my merch store at houseofhill.com. And on that note, I'll see you guys next time.